Right, the next thing we need to do is move all these files into a suitable location. So I'm going to find my Engine 3 folder, game, textures. I've got a custom folder, wherever it is you save yours. I'm going to make a new folder, brick 01, and I'm going to put all the images that we've just made into this folder. Excuse me. So yeah, once they're into a suitable folder for your game, hop into the CryEngine, find an object that you want to put the texture onto with the parallax occlusion, go to the material editor, which is this sort of box here, or you can just press M or find it from the roll up, and we're going to right click in this grey area, add new material, and we're going to find where we've just saved our other images, and inside of there we can't see the other images, but we're just going to make a new material file brick 01. I'm going to assign it to our solid, and as you can see it's replaced me at the moment, but that's fine. I'm going to stick a surface type on it, you don't have to, but just while we're here I might as well. It's similar to concrete because we're doing bricks. Right, so the first one, we scroll down a bit to texture maps, and the one at the top there we have diffuse, and the first image we made was our underscore diff, and if we find our brick 01, and there it is, brick 01 diff. I'm not sure whether you need to use the DDS or the TIFF. I've tried it with both and they both work, but you do need all the files in there. For this one we're just going to use the TIFFs, so find the underscore diff.tiff and put that one in, and we can see our texture already, but it's very flat. We'll next go to the specular, choose the specular TIFF, then go to the bump map, which is the ddn.tiff. Oh, excuse me. And once we have those three loaded, the displacement one that we made will find it automatically when we go down to these shader generation parameters, and if we choose sort of 2/3 of the way down parallax occlusion mapping, when we turn that on you can see the effect has already happened, and it's already given quite a nice sort of look to our bricks. And then we scroll up a little bit in the material editor and you've got POM displacement, and we can drag in and out how much we want the alpha map to displace on the texture. Now at the moment the edges to these bricks, they're very sharp, and sometimes you're going to want it to look like that, but sometimes you might want to sort of round edges off, as I have done in this one, where they've got a much smoother transition. And in order to do that, it's fairly simple. Just when you're making your alpha displacement map for your alpha channel, we just need to apply a blur effect to this image. So if we go to filters, blur, Gaussian blur, and if we stick it up to about 10 on the horizontal and on the vertical, as I click OK, you'll see on the main image here it will suddenly go from those sort of very solid lines to now these sort of blurred lines. And if we save our image, I might as well just quickly show you this in the actual engine, the difference that it will make. So we'll save that one to the desktop, overwrite the original file, go into the CryEngine Explorer, find it again, show UI, again go down to displacement map, alpha, and you can see now it's got a bit of the blur on it. We'll generate the output, click OK, and we just need to stick the file. I'm going to chuck them all back in to where we placed them in our game folder. So I'm just going to paste all these in there, copy and replace the whole lot, and it should have already had an effect. Once we jump back in again, it would have already read that new alpha map. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, the edges are a lot smoother, a lot more realistic. I mean, we didn't blur it too heavily, so it's just given it a nice sort of rounded feel to the bricks. Like I said, you're going to want to be a lot neater than I have, but it's not looking too bad. And you can have a lot of fun with different types of textures and different types of blur effects and playing around with the alpha channel. I had a little go on a rock surface over here. It's not perfect, but I sort of chose quite a lot of random blur effects on the alpha channel, and to give it a very sort of bumpy feel, nothing too rigid on this. As you can see, it gives it a reasonable effect of 3D to these rocks on this wall. That's about it. I hope this tutorial's been helpful. Sorry to sort of rush through it, but I wanted to keep this tutorial as short as I could. I think it's already ended up pretty long anyway. But yeah, I hope it's helped, and yeah, thanks for watching.